If the HR partner cannot approve, then who will approve? So you have to specify that. If the HR partner is restricted, then who can approve? Maybe the manager. Maybe the manager can be the alternate approver. So in case the HR partner is restricted to do the approval the second time, maybe the manager can step in and fill up in that particular position, in that particular approval step. Or another workaround can be what can be another workaround. If one HR partner cannot do it, then who can do it? Another HR partner. And how do we do that? How can we have multiple HR partners? Where do we see the HR partner? Where do we assign the HR partner? So you can HR partner is a role, isn't it? It's a role that we assign to an organization. So you may assign it to multiple people. HR partner is not typically single assignment. A manager is typically single assignment, but an HR partner is not. So you may assign the role of HR partner to multiple people, multiple positions. Isn't it? So maybe Ross Taylor is one HR partner and Kevin Williams is also the HR partner. Correct. Then what happens? If Ross is not allowed restricted, then Kevin can do it. Correct. So this is possible. So we are maintaining a good, healthy practice that we are not allowing the same partner, same person, to do it more than once. And we have also designed our system in a way that we have multiple HR partners. So if one of them is restricted, the other person can definitely complete the task. If none of them can do it, then you have specified an alternate approver. Who is the manager? Right. So this is how you can define a business process. If you are putting in restrictions, please remember that you have to think about an escape route as well. So what are the 3 types of routing restrictions that we have? Initiator, prior approver, and ESI. And then we can also do some to-dos and checklists. To-dos are tasks that are performed outside the workday, or it can be inside the workday as well. Now maybe not directly related to the hire process. Maybe it is not available as an action in the hire process. But you want your managers to do a certain task in Workday, or it can be outside the workday. Let's say, after the background check is complete, the manager needs to initiate the request for a laptop. Now will that be done in Workday? Requesting a laptop. Maybe. May not be. Right. Maybe. Maybe not. So maybe the manager has to go to a different system, a completely different procurement system, and then initiate the request for a laptop. Right. So we can configure that as a to-do step in the business process. Once the task is done, once the manager goes to that external system, to that other application, and does it, they can come back to Workday and say, complete. They will just mark the task as complete. Okay. So we can do that as well. Within a business process. The other is a checklist. A checklist is a collection of to-dos, so you may have multiple to-dos. Okay, go to this website. Order a laptop. Order a headphone. Come out. Go to a different website. Order a keyboard and a mouse. Okay. And also maybe set up an introduction meeting with the team. And take the new worker out for a team lunch. So once a new worker joins, the entire team goes out for a team lunch. Right. So these are some of the steps that needs to happen. Will these steps be done in Workday? Yes or no? No, wait for a team lunch. No. Right. No. So then, but we still want to remind the manager that you need to do it. Right, it's a process. For every single hire. We have to do these steps. So we can configure that as a checklist. Right. You can configure all this, order a laptop, create this, create that, take the teammate out for a lunch, and so on. Introduce to the rest of the team, set up a Zoom meeting, etc. So we will create all these to-dos as a checklist and put it as part of the hire business process. I mean, you have the ability to do that. You can do that. Okay. Whether you do it or not is a different story. But you have the ability to configure these to-dos and checklists. Okay. And then you can do notifications, of course. You can notify a group of people once a certain task is triggered. So let's say, for this one, once you initiate the process, it goes to action. Write review, hire HR partner. After the review hire, it goes for approval. Our partner themselves will do it. But then let's say action by the compensation partner. The compensation partner is someone who doesn't come into Workday very often. That person doesn't log into the Workday system very often. They will only do the compensation when needed. So, once this task is triggered, will it be better if we send an email notification to this compensation partner saying that, hey, there's a task waiting for you? They will get a notification in their notification task. Or, in this case, it will be in their inbox. Isn't it? It will be in their Workday inbox. It will already be there. Of course I agree. But then what if they don't log into the Workday very often? Then they will not see it. And let's say they have configured their notifications in a way that, if it is a notification, they will not be notified automatically. Then what would be the problem? So maybe it makes sense that if this task is triggered, they have to send a separate email to their task assignment. So that they are notified. They get a task in their email inbox. That, yes, there is a task waiting for them in Workday. Correct. For the tasks, they will automatically see a task in their inbox, in their Workday inbox. but sometimes it might make sense to send a notification to the group. I mean role assigning. Whoever is going to do this task. We may want to send a notification to that group. Right. Let's say the recruiter is the one who initiated the process. And after the onboarding. Onboarding typically takes a long time. It takes a week, 2 weeks to complete. So, after everything completes, the recruiter might want to know whether the process completed or not. So we will send a notification when the process is complete to the recruiter.